Now, it used to say imminently foreseeable death. Have they removed that word?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
They have.
All of us have a foreseeable death, Angelina.
Yes.
We're all going to die.
That's right.
I had this horrible vision of where they're going with this.
Yes.
What they want to do is desensitize people to this idea so much that eventually there will be made walk-in clinics where anybody, even mature minors, can walk in off the street and be dead half an hour later.
Yes. But this was in 2023. Okay. Now you dig a little bit further, and the foreseeable death of the children apparently is very acceptable and part of recommendations of the government. Now, I thank Rebel Media for this, because they were able to get from one of those freedom of information. They were able to dig up an email. And this is an email from 2024, July of 2024. And this just shows the progression. That this is truly a fait accompli. We just don't know it yet. But the progression from a foreseeable death to chronic conditions. Now, this person, they've redacted the name of this person, but apparently this person has a platform. Okay. And I might also mention to you that this person is sending an email at 2 a.m. I'm not sure who sends emails at 2 a.m, unless maybe they had a little bit too much to drink. And they decided they're going to be real bold and to say what they really think. But this person went on to say about the eligibility criteria for MAID. And they're very proud of themselves that now they have a platform and they could have some influence around this. And what they're suggesting here in this email of last year is that 20% of the children with autism should be eligible for MAID. So now we've gone from terminal to natural death, foreseeable death, to autistic children here. In fact, and why is that? Because he's, quote, just like abortion, some may argue that that this undermines the sacredness of life, but also, like in abortion, the severely autistic child and the fetus lack self-awareness to be called a killing.
And of course, let's tie in the other statistic. 50 years ago, autism was about 1 in 400 and some odd children. The most recent statistic most people know is now it's 1 in 36, but actually it's not. It's now up to 1 in 29.
Right. So
20% of those have now become targets.
Yes, absolutely. I'm not making this stuff up. This is all public. All you have to do is go look for it. In fact, people don't know where to look. People don't understand what's coming down the pike. That they are bold enough to be plotting this for years to go after the children. And it's just a matter of time before we will be able to do nothing to defend and protect our children.
Yes. Now, this is all tied to Track 2 MAID, which, when we're going to get into the babies next, good God. But the Track 2 MAID that wants to make MAID available to those who are suffering from some kind of mental illness, apparently including depression. And correct me if I'm wrong, you would know this better than I do. I believe that legislation is due to pass into law early 2027.
Yeah, it's just a sunset clause. It's already in the law, but that sunset clause where it was going to take effect at a later date. So that date has now been moved a couple times. It's now moved to 2027. And a lot of this talk around is being connected to that date.